Hello, I'm Greg, a sailor, bagpiper, all-around jack of all trades. Boy, I'm getting projects done faster than I have time to film them. Yesterday, the day before, can't remember which, I'd sanded and primed a couple of coats of primer on all of these hatches. And then yesterday, I masked all around them, and my daughter had a brilliant idea. I'd masked, and it was a square corner. So took a piece of metal plate, put a little bit of masking tape on it, put a washer on the masking tape and cut around the washer, and that made a nice radius. And then I stuck the radius on, and that gave me this nice little corner. So I masked all of these, rolled out a coat of paint, covered them with the non-skid material, let it dry, wiped off the non-skid material, put another coat of paint on top of them to seal in the non-skid. They look okay. Now that, this one looks great, nice and even, pretty darn good. This one here, I have no idea what happened. There's a streak there, and there's two little streaks here that the non-skid just didn't fill in those areas. And then this one looks okay, but there are just some almost visible streaks. And it's had one coat of primer on top, one finish coat on top of the non-skid. So there was wet paint, non-skid put on it, the paint dries, take the extra non-skid off, and then put another coat of paint on top of it to seal it all in. They look really good, except for this darn streak. So, oh well, live and learn. And then these two brackets go on the transom and hold the swim ladder. I'd forgotten about those, just dug them up. They've had 4 coats of finish on them right now. I keep trying to put 1 or 2 on every single day to get those sealed up. So, right now, going to go back out on the boat. My daughter is going to give me a hand, and I think at this point we're going to try to install the grab rails and some more deck hardware and just try to get this all sealed up. I'm at the point where I need somebody outside while I screw things in from the inside. So let's see what we can do to get the grab rails mounted on the cabin top. I got the propeller on and the new zinc. I do need to tighten that down a little bit because obviously the rudder won't move. Fortunately that screw goes into the zinc, so there's plenty of room for it. But propeller's on, so we're making progress. The boat is covered, so let me uncover it right now. Oh, I don't know when the last time I did a boat tour was. Still have one aft porthole to put back in. I have the tow rail up on the boat, sitting up there, but haven't done anything with it yet. Here are where those 2 blocks go that hold the swim ladder on. This is all in place. I'm going to knock these bungs off and prep those. All of these hatches are done. New hinges are ordered for that one, so they haven't arrived yet, and the new lift bracket. Ooh, very hot down below. Let's open that hatch and let a little air in. So I want to try to get the hose pipes on the freshwater fill, and then I can start connecting those. The waste pump out. The new door raids are in, the fair lead's in. So there's a screw poking through. So that is for the grab rails. And I want to put the grab rails on right now. Get those 2 installed. And then you can see the screws here, which were for these grab rails. So those are all refinished and reinstalled. Darn earwigs. They are all over the boat. I have to start vacuuming them all up. So all of the other portholes are installed. Ahead, forward. So, making progress and getting closer. I ordered a new lift bracket for this hatch to hold this hatch up. The old one is here. It's corroded. I don't know what that is, bent mess. So just figured let's order a new one and get that in place. I've got to get this piece of hardware that's down in the shop and bring that up here. So ready to start putting the grab rails on. So I'll have to caulk them all, and then Kat can hold them in place, and I will screw them in from down below. All right, so this is Kat, my daughter. We're putting the grab rails on. So a little bit of caulking to seal up the screw holes. I want to put just enough caulk to make sure that it seals up, but not so much that it gets all over the decks and becomes a huge mess. Now the plan is Kat is going to hold that up on deck. There are two holes. We want the second hole. Hold it up for a minute. Just hold it. I'm going to grab a screw. It is that hole. Let me know when it's started.
You're good.
That one good?
You're good.
Okay, I'm starting to tighten them down.
You're missing one more.
I am? Yep, you're right. I've had a couple of instances where the sound stopped.
Because you went too far away.
So I don't know whether it's because I went too far away and the wireless mics lost connectivity, and do they automatically reconnect? I see the little blue lights are going, blinking, meaning they're synced, so hopefully that worked. I think we need to pull these down closer. I mean, I've got to screw them in a little tighter before I get that last one in. So how close to the deck are we? Oh, we're still way off. All right.
This last one's on.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. Perfect. Let's move over to the other side of the boat. I'm going to take that end and I'll guide this one on if you want to do the end one. All right, let me get the other screws and then, okay, I'm doing the next one forward. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is, do you see those three, the little metal bracket with the 3 blocks? You're going to need this screwdriver. Is that a Phillips head or a regular?
Regular.
Okay, here's a regular. I have to reach my hand up through a little teeny hole and hold the washer and the nut on the inside.
Okay.
And then you're going to have to turn from the top because I can't turn from inside. So I'm going to bring the camera down so they can see the insanity.
You need a screw?
The screws are there.
Oh.
So Kat is on deck. I have these two nut and bolt that need to go on way up in here. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's start with the forwardmost one. All right, I've got it on. Just keep turning.
And we tighten it until it stops tightening?
Yep. Okay. Oh, I have the washer on. I can't get... Ow, 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 ow. Now I dropped the washer. I dropped the washer. Oh, where did it go? No, that's not it. Huh. I can't find the washer. I got an extra washer right here. All right, try turning it. Oh, good.
What?
Okay, keep going. All right, I gotta get a wrench, Kat, because that's turning. Okay. All right, the GoPro just shut off. There's plenty of battery, so I'm guessing it's getting hot. So, I'm getting hot, but we'll have to try to do this quickly. I'm gonna have to come back out here with bungs and bung over all of these screw holes. Oh yeah, that's coming down nice and tight. Oh, that's good. Last one. That is interesting. You can see how far away it's come from the cabin house. So the wood, I think, was bowed, and the bow has sprung out of it in the 6 months that it has been in the basement. Well, I can see that the screw wants to go through that hole. And if I push up on it, whoo baby. Alrighty. Those are all done. Nice. Nice rock solid grab rails back again. I can't decide what to do now. I think I'm gonna get out of down below where it's so flippin' hot and let us go up on the foredeck. I'm gonna get my knee pad. I bought this darn knee pad. I should use it. Okie dokie. It is very exciting to be getting rid of plastic baggies full of hardware. Oh, Betsy just told me we have friends coming over at 6. Oh good, I got plenty of time. So these are referred to as Hawes, H-A-W-S-E, Hawes pipes. I think in the olden days, hawser, H-A-W-S-E-R, was the anchor rope. So, you know, the anchor rope was called the hawse or hawser. So there was a pipe that the hawser would feed into, because you wouldn't want just piles of line up on the deck. You'd want it to go down below. So there was a pipe that the line would go down to, and it was called the hawse pipe that the hawser would fit down into. Now, most of the time you've got either chain or chain and rope, but it is still called a hawse pipe. I may have to get some chain to replace these. There's a little piece of chain, so when you take the cap off, it doesn't fall overboard. And then what you'd end up doing is hooking the chain over this, and then the chain would help hold it down, so as you're bouncing around it wouldn't bounce up, because you don't want this to bounce. Even if it's connected with a chain, you don't want it rattling around up here on deck. Anytime seas come over, they drop right down in there. Having that sort of held down somewhat tight, when seas come over the deck, yes, some water could get up under there, but you're minimizing the water. So that's what you want to try to do. I guess I forgot to clean all the old caulking off in this one. Okay, well, a few more fittings sealed and bedded. Now I've got to try to get this port tow rail. The end of the tow rail goes into that socket up there, and I have no idea how I did this all by myself on the other side of the boat. Huh. Okay, well, that's mother. Just snapped it right in half. It swung out. Oh. This will teach me to try to do something by myself when it should be a two-man job. I just broke this into 3 pieces. Oh. Son of a... Oh well. And this is where my brother-in-law broke it just the other day, and I'd already done one epoxy repair job. The epoxy didn't let go, but the teak did again. And then this section broke right here at a scarf that had broken once before. So the wood was already weakened. Son of a... Well, I fixed it before, I can fix it again. It's not what I wanted to do though. All right, I got to go get more sawhorses and more epoxy and more clamps, and I'll be back. I am so freaking mad right now. You can't believe it. This repair is going to be fine. No one is ever going to be able to see it, and no one will know it's there except all of you and me. I just didn't want to have to go through this much work. Pardon the French. Why is that a French word? I don't know. All right, so again, you can see where there was a crack and split, and this was broken before, and I did a repair here. Now it's all going to have to fit together again. Lots of epoxy, lots of clamps. I think I'm going to have to do this in 2 phases. Do this repair, then do the next one, because I'm going to have to be rolling this back and forth to get epoxy everywhere to fit it together. And once it's all fit together, I don't want to be rolling it back and forth to try to do the other end. Oh, we'll see. I'm going to go mix the epoxy up and bring out a little brush and my gloves and get going. Okay, that spear is all the way in. This one is all the way in. What I need to do is cover these with plastic tape so that the clamps don't stick to it. All right. I see some little checks and cracks in the wood, and you know what? Let's let gravity send some more epoxy down in there, and I may have to grind it off and clean it up. I can do that. That's a lot of epoxy down in there, and that's a good thing. Okay. We're going to let that kick. There's no way I can do the other repair yet. Once that is all kicked and cured, then we can move down to this one. Son of a gun. Well, I think I've had enough fun repairing the port tow rail. This is enough video for today. I will come back and do the second repair, hopefully tomorrow or the next day, and we'll film that and see how we go. So, thank you for watching this video and following SV Slow Air. Please hit the like button if you've enjoyed the content, and don't forget to subscribe so that you get updates when the next videos come out. Follow me in the ongoing saga of fixing this darn port tow rail. So, thank you very much. We'll see you in the next video.